This is Mohammed. I was calling. I have a request from Imam W.D.Mohammed regarding your book, The Nation of Islam and El-Islam, The Differences. If you could give me a call at 708-862-9785, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Assalamu alaikum. Mohammed, I was calling. I have a request from Imam W.D.Mohammed regarding your book, The Nation of Islam and El-Islam, The Differences. If you could give me a call at 708-862-9785, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What you just heard was a call from Imam Muhammad's office, one of his daughters, calling on his behalf on September 30th, 1991, on his behalf to make a request to sell and distribute the book that I've shown you that meant so much to him and was such a great help and still a great help to the community. And that was the book, The Religion of Islam and the Nation of Islam. What's the difference? Now, I went over this with you all, but I'm just filling in some other information that I come across on how this happened. We know the Imam made comments about it, but he also wanted to, and he did, carry it with him, but also wanted to distribute it. So as you hear, on that day, his daughter called on his behalf and wanted to request to distribute the books. And for me, my position was, Brother Imam, if you want it, you don't have to worry about no cost. But the Imam is a businessman, so he insisted on it being business-wise. So here's the letter that I sent. What the Imam requested was not just to sell it, but he wanted permission from me, contractually, for him to sell it, which you can see I had to write, I, Mustafa El-Amin, give Imam W.D.Mohammed permission to advertise the above-mentioned book and sell it through WDM publication. He, W.D.Mohammed, may also feel free to use this book in any way he deems necessary. So, real quickly, you can see the date, September 30th, 1991. Okay, now, what this contract, as you heard the call for this book, which I was honored that it meant that much, as I said to you before, it meant so much to the Imam, to our community, especially with all that was going on there in the 90s, and always just trying to keep that pure picture of Islam. So here, and I knew I had this, but, I came across it. As you can see, concerning Religion of Islam, Nation of Islam, what's the difference to WDM publications? You see what the retail price was, $5.95. Wholesale, if he got 12 to 50, I would give him 35%, which would be $3.87. 51 to 100 was 45, 45%, $3.27. 100 or more was 60%, $2.38. Please make money order to El-Amin Productions, etc. So they agreed to 500 books. Now, keeping all of this positive, but I have to say this, because, as we've been saying, it wasn't easy. The Imam, this work here, even this here, helping people understand that. There was those that was against that, not only on the inside, but on the outside. And keeping it positive, but I still have to mention this. When we sent these 500 books, someone else, a man, he's not there, I won't say any, sent the books, and I checked to see if they got it. And this particular person said, what you sent all these 500 books for? I said, the Imam asked for it. He said, well, we don't have no space to put it. I don't know why you sent this. So I'll tell you, I just hung up on him. But I'm just saying that just something simple as this, where you may have sent things to the Imam to try to help in whatever way. And I didn't take it any personal way in my way. But then I knew what the Imam had said, that, there's people that outside and inside try to block, etc. I have to share that with you, not in a negative way, but I'm going to tie that into something that you're going to hear the Imam say considering this courageous work. But I won't take a lot of time here. Just wanted you to hear the phone call from Imam Muhammad's office, which ultimately ended up with him advertising and selling the book as well. And as I've mentioned to you, most of our communication was in person, unplanned, a few phone calls, and a few letter response. This is the fax letter that I faxed over to the Imam's office, okay? Now, as I've shown you before, the Imam Muhammad made comments and was present when we spoke on Religion of Islam, Nation of Islam, What's the Difference? And that was October 25th, 1991. So this request came in a little more than a month before this program was to take place. As you can see, this is the 25th of October. This request came in and we took care of it. It came in on the 30th, September 30th of the same year. Okay, just filling in something here so you'll just have, as part of documenting, preserving, sharing our history. Now, prior to him requesting the books of himself, as you can see, this ad here, he had called me and gave me, I think it was in April really, but I ran it quite a few times, this statement concerning this book, which I've shown you before. But I want to stress for us how important this was to the Imam and to us as a community with all that was going on, especially even now, but in the 90s, with Minister Farrakhan, because even up in 95, he had the Million Man March. Then he made a world tour. And so we had to address that. That was heavy. It wasn't easy. People have misconceptions. And as the Imam said, this book by Mustafa El-Amin is an excellent contribution to the Muslim community and the broader community. This new publication helps to preserve, which is what we're doing now, the history of our progress as Muslims in America, from the Nation of Islam to the universal teachings of Islam. I don't want to go on too long, but I'm going to play you a couple of clips.
I really appreciate the courageous work of the author of the book, and I hope you have some of the book. I really appreciate the courageous work of the author of the book, and I hope you have some of the books available. Yes, the book is a very worthwhile contribution. Mustafa El-Amin's book can be purchased.
Yeah, you heard Imam Muhammad refer to it as courageous work. Meaning, you have to be strong, brothers and sisters, as we move forward, even without the Imam and whatever you're trying to do to help the community, we be sincere, and you have to be courageous, and don't worry about the criticism of the criticizers. Whatever position you take as the heir or just as a leader moving things forward, keep doing that, but you have to have courage in this work, sincerity, and you seek Allah's guidance and have faith in Almighty Allah. Now, again, and I've shown this here, but to emphasize, not whether you buy it now, but how important this book was. And I didn't sense that, it was a big thing other than helping the community and helping people understand the difference. Now, to show you how important another part is, this ad here is, look at this. This is August 28th, 1992. This is a whole year after the book and after I spoke in Chicago and after the Imam gave me that statement in 91. Now I'm going to show you how important this was and is, and how the Imam cherished it and really used it is, even in 95, I'm going to play you a clip where Imam Muhammad recommended that people get it in 95. And you know, in 95, they gave Farrakhan a whole lot of attention. He did his Million Man March, and I worked in the school system and doing the work. So many people wanted to know what was the difference. And so even as late as 95 and then 96, I'm going to play you that clip.
Just like Imam El-Amin, the author of The Nation of Islam and Islam, that so clearly showed us the difference between the Nation of Islam and the real religion of Islam, is that book. I recommend it to anybody that didn't read it. If you have any questions about what was back then and what is real, what is Islam, you should read that book. It will help you out a lot.
That was 1995, October 95. My emphasis here is to show you that Imam Muhammad, our relationship, but it was also a business relationship as well, and also to always express my appreciation and to continue to try to be of some help to our community and encourage all others to don't worry about any criticism. Do whatever you think is right, as long as you're sincere about trying to help the community. That's the main thing. Now I'm going to play you a clip you heard before, but this is from Princeton. He was at Princeton University, February 28th, 96. So he kept pushing that book.
And how?
What the differences are between the Nation of Islam's belief and mainstream Islam.
Somebody asked him, what's the difference?
Yes, there was a brother from, actually he was from the Nation of Islam. He was a young man in the Nation of Islam, a teenager in fact. I believe that he was only about maybe 18 or 19 when the leader of the Nation of Islam passed in 1975. That was my father, Elijah Muhammad. He wrote a book recently on the difference between the Nation of Islam and Islam. And his name is El-Amin. El-Amin. I wish we had that book here. I would just give it to you. It would save me a lot of time and you a lot of time. But I would.
So before I close, I just want to say this. Might be a little humorous. I was just doing what I was doing, and I really thought and believe everyone else was doing the same thing. So Imam Muhammad saw it as courageous. I was just committed to doing what we have to do, like all of the rest of you that are watching this and that are out there. And of course, I loved Imam Muhammad and love him as you do. Imam Muhammad, I'm sure, like with my mother, I say to my mother, if she saw me sitting around just whining, she'd say, boy, I didn't raise you like that. Get up and keep doing what you're doing. So I'm sure Imam Muhammad would definitely expect us to keep moving forward as a community and keep doing what we have to do, trust in Allah. And he most certainly wouldn't want us to go to the grave. We follow him, but I'm sure he didn't want us to follow him into the grave. So let's keep moving, doing what we can to move this community forward. And of course, we have those who work on behalf of our community and will do that till there's no more earth. They're committed like that. And you always have those that work against what we're doing, but we keep our trust and faith in Allah. And as the Imam said, and I'm repeating it, have courage. Don't let anyone frighten you away from doing what you think is good for the community. You know, Imam Muhammad used to quote this often. It's from the scripture. It said, it's expedient that I go away, for if I go not away, the comforter cannot come unto you. And we know that was Muhammad the prophet in relations to Jesus. But also know that the Imam is gone and things have changed. So you're free now. Islam has freed you. Imam's work has freed you. You're not under any restrictions. You're free. If you say you want to take this forward and you're the number one person, then you're free to say that. Whoever follows you, they follow you. If they don't, they don't. No beef, no problem. You're free to follow and lead and do what you have to do on behalf of the community. And I recall Imam was in Newark. He said, make sure you have plenty of those books, because there's going to come a time when it's going to even be more significant than what it is right now. And for me, it's not even so much the book. Alhamdulillah, we did do the book, but I'm sure you know it's more of the idea, the concept of doing dawah and giving people as best as we can the proper perspective and view of al-Islam. Alhamdulillah, I pray we say something that was beneficial to us. Alhamdulillah. Have a good evening. Assalamu alaikum.